guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Epic's here. Today we will be going over Microsoft Flight Simulator stunts that you can do. So, gonna turn down our desktop audio because it may get loud when we take off. But today we will be showing off stunts you can do and how to do them in the Boeing F-18 Super Hornet on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Alright, let's get into it. So, first I'm gonna take off here and start off with our first stunt. Stunt is called the short takeoff, in my opinion. You want to just go full throttle and around 100 knots you're already pulling up. See, we barely got off the ground. Now the average speed for takeoff on this airplane is advised 140 knots, but if you do 120 knots it looks really cool pulling up. You can also do pretty steep pull-ups with it. We're gonna bring up the gear. Moving on to number two. Number two, the number two stunt is going to be the flip, the whole loop-de-loop flip. All you have to do is you're gonna just level off here. We're gonna level off, put our airplane about level. Now, when you want to do it, you want to make sure you're full throttle. I'd advise over 300 knots, but you don't need to be. Very risky, though, to do it under 300. You just pull straight back as hard as you can, and then you go down. Now, I recommend you actually end up cutting your throttle now, and you make sure you cut down your throttle. Once you cut your throttle, still keep pulling up a little bit, almost as if you're going to do a second loop. Because you don't want to overspeed after doing the loop, because you can gain a lot of speed from it. I'm going to go back full throttle. Also, I recommend you're like 2,000 feet up if you want to do a loop. You can do it from like 1,000 feet. It's just a little bit more risky, like I said. Everything mainly is risk on most things that I suggest. Alright. The next trick I am going to show you is moving on to number 3. Trick number 3 is the G-pull method. So, how you pull a G-pull turn method. So, how you pull a G-turn pull method is you, for example, let's mark our target is to be turning by this next point on our left. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're full throttle, get in some good speed. And 3, 2, 1, we're going to turn left. Far left, then all of a sudden pull back on our stick as hard as we can. Now I'm gonna start pulling some G's because we're putting a lot of pressure on our body. When you're trying to get your aircraft to the side and then pulling back as hard as you can, so it ends up doing a high G-force turn. Coming up with the runway in just a second. So for trick number 4, we are going to do a basic barrel roll and then just maintain upside down. So basically, we're gonna do a high G-force turn right now. Actually. I get into a position. Alright, we're not lined up exactly, but that's okay. We're gonna say we estimate about here. Now the trick is it's really cool if you do it low to the ground, but you want to be experienced. You're gonna turn upside down, hold it. Just remember your controls are inverted. Left and right aren't, but your push down is going to be, if you imagine pushing down, you're going to be heading up. And just try and maintain it. Go upside down, go ahead and pull up. Rapid right turn. Level, level, level. There we go. Number 5. Alright guys, for trick number 5, we are going to be doing a high stall trick. So basically what you're going to do is we're going to go full throttle. Make sure we're maintaining full throttle. Now, we're gonna climb up a little bit more just because it's safety shaped reasons. It's nice if you're just trying to do it above the water, fine. But if you're like trying to do a realistic air show, they wouldn't let you do a stall very low. So we're gonna get past the sun glare too. We don't want to be in the way of the sun glare. We're gonna pull a hard G turn. Alright, and drop it. Okay, so next for the stall, we're going to do it. So we're gonna make sure your throttle's fully up. We're gonna gain some speed here. We're gonna say about 350, probably 400 is more ideal, but either one. So let's pull back up. Pull up. Maintain this angle. Alright, you can see our speed's declining. Once our speed declines completely, once it's about now, we're gonna pull back the throttle, just because it makes it a little bit nicer and cooler looking when you do so. Now we're 40. Now we're falling backwards. Now that we're falling backwards, you're gonna just like let your plane fall as if it wasn't. So you're gonna want to pull back on the stick. You want to try and keep it in the stall for as long as you can. You're gonna fall to the ground like this. In my opinion, this is the coolest one because you're like basically like levitating downwards. And you have to really pull back to keep it. You start levitating downwards. You have to be more of a professional to do some of the other stall tricks. You want to another stall trick is to go straight up. Right, and after you go straight up, it's gonna, what do you call it? After you go straight up, you're gonna just let your plane fall straight back downwards. That's kind of hard to do. Alright, so you're just gonna keep falling. Sometimes, if you want to go faster, you can sort of non-noticeably let go. Then you can kind of like, sometimes it's easier just to aim it downwards and keep turning. Like how I am. Alright, so now we're gonna just go full throttle. Alright, on to trick number 7. Let's get into it. Number 7 is going to be the flip. Now, if there's not the flip, but the flippy wave. I don't know what I call it. I'm just gonna call it the flippy wave because that's kind of what it looks like. So this one we're gonna line up with the runway, like I said again. We're basically gonna just kind of shake left and right. Except it seems simple, but in this simulator, it's actually kind of hard to do. So we're gonna say, I'm not right now trying to perform some type of air show or something. So I'm just gonna say a little bit more turn about this. Drop the yoke here. Alright, we'll say this is about it. No, I'm gonna slow down a bit so you can get a little bit lower. Hammer nose right down there. Alright. So, to prepare for the flippy wave, you're going to want to make sure you got some good throttle going and on the engines. Keep that going. Now you're going to keep yourself facing, your nose facing forward. Now you're going to just keep going this way. Now left. 1. Now push down, then right. Now, I'm going to go, if you use your pedals with it, it can look like something like this. And you're just waving from on the outside. So left, right, left, right, left, right. Alright, so once you do left and right, the next one I want to show you is the dive. Think about the dive. A lot of people assume, oh, it's just a simple dive. The way I like to do it though is similar to the stall. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go straight up. This time we're going to maintain full throttle for the whole time. Push down. Push down, push down. Alright. Now, well, for halfway. Just like this last one now. Alright, we're going to keep our hands on the throttle. Keep it facing downwards. Now you're gonna be spiraling around. Now, you're gonna feel like you're going backwards. You stall. Now you're gonna nosedive straight down after the stall. Keep your throttle cut now. Make sure your throttle's cut so you don't overspeed. So the trick about this is if you get it right, you can pull up just in time. Alright, let's aim for the pull up about now. Full throttle, high G, high G, high G. Alright, so, at the full throttle, full, all the way up, and then just a nice dive down. That will conclude our tutorial for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you get to use these stunts. If you have any ideas for more stunts you want me to teach on the channel, and make a second video about it, let me know in the comments. I also may be able to show you how to do some stunts for movies. Not all movies are correct, but if there's one that is correct, and is possible, then I will do it for you. But right now, see you guys in the next one. Please like and subscribe if you couldn't mind. See you guys in the next one. Bye!